Am I a femboy or a trans woman? Is a question that, well, even I do not know what the answer is. Anyone who's been keeping up with me lately is probably fully aware of the schizo posting I do in the community section. One of the posts was this. I'm starting to wonder if I'm a trans woman because even with all the femboy stuff, I feel like I still look too masculine. And even just imagining myself looking more manly when I'm older is genuinely horrifying even though I'm only 18 and probably won't physically change too much. At least I really hope not, because that's genuinely my biggest fear. Like, what if my facial structure is still changing, and then it stops looking feminine, and then it's too late to prevent it, and then I'm stuck like that for the rest of my life? I don't think this is normal, and I've always felt like there's something wrong with me no matter what I do. My eyes also play tricks on me when I look at myself. Like, sometimes I'll look in the mirror, and all of my facial features will look extremely exaggerated and disproportionate to me, and other times I'll just look normal. I don't understand why this happens, but it's always been like this and is really stressful. But yeah, that was basically just me schizo posting at 1 a.m. as you do when you're mentally ill. I genuinely don't know what to conclude from this. I mean, people with gender dysphoria are saying that I just described gender dysphoria, but I don't know if that's what it is. Maybe I have gender dysphoria, maybe I don't. Not many people know this because this used to be a secret that I was gonna take to the grave with me, but when I was really little, I always secretly wished that I was a girl, and I hated myself for it. Like, I genuinely hated myself. So me being the absolute genius I decided that the best course of action would be to just suppress that and pretend like it doesn't exist. As you can probably tell, it worked out wonderfully. And it's funny because when I was little, I always wanted to be an actor, but no one thought that I would be good at acting. Little did they know that I was probably the best actor for my age in the history of mankind. I mean, for so many years, I was basically playing a character in order to, like, fit into society, I guess, without even realizing it after a while, because I had gotten so used to it, and I just thought that, oh, that's what existing is like. I thought that if I just ignored it and then tried to be more masculine, that it would go away, but it eventually ended up having the opposite effect, because it was only something that I could ignore for so long, and I don't know why. And that's why I don't know whether or not I'm a trans woman, right? Because surely if I was, I would have known way earlier, right? Though I certainly was aware of the fact that, yeah, it's probably not socially acceptable for me to transition. Because it probably wasn't, let's be real. Maybe it would have been, maybe it wouldn't have been, I have no idea. I just didn't want to have to deal with any of that. I thought that the reason I hated the way I looked was because I was a teenager and, oh, you know, teenagers are always insecure. I only hate the way I look because teenagers are supposed to look awkward. And when I look older and I'm an adult, I'm gonna love the way I look. But now that I'm actually 18, I realize that if I were to look any more masculine, I would want to jump off a cliff. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that that's like a normal part of the human experience. I don't know if I'm like non-binary or if I'm like blowing stuff out of proportion or something, or if I've just been in denial this whole time and have been ignoring obvious telltale signs. I mean, the fact that it can go as far back as I can remember kind of says it all. And throughout the course of my entire childhood and early teenage years, I had always secretly wanted to look more feminine, but I knew it wasn't like the socially acceptable thing to do. So I just didn't do that. My logic was, well, I'm supposed to be attractive to other people, not to me. I don't know if that's a very good mindset to have, but it was like the ultimate would you rather question. Would you rather be attractive to yourself but no one else, or attractive to everyone else but not yourself? I genuinely thought that dichotomy existed. I thought that these things were almost sort of mutually exclusive, which is funny because I look way better now than I did back then. I mean, I just look like your average, awkward, autistic teenager with one of them haircuts where you don't really do anything with it, but it's just kind of there. Like, me secretly wanting to be a female was genuinely something I thought would be a secret that I'd take to the grave. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, but it genuinely was for years. But it didn't take me very long for me to turn that repression into like an actual habit, something that I just do regularly. But I wonder if it's one of the reasons that I've always hated myself without hating myself, if that makes sense. It's this weird thing where I'm both very confident and very insecure at the same time. I don't know how to describe it, that's just how it is. Like, I know in like an objective sense, like from an outside perspective, I look decent or whatever. But to me, sometimes I just don't. It's very weird. I also remember putting a picture of myself in FaceApp and using the female filter for the first time and the makeup filter for the first time. It just made the images look more, I don't know, correct? And I was sitting there thinking, damn, I low-key wish I looked like that. Damn, I think I look way better as a girl than I do as a guy. Now, I don't know if there's any objectivity to that, or if that's just because I'm me and that's just how I see myself. If obsessively putting every photo of yourself into FaceApp so that it looks like you're wearing makeup is not a telltale sign, then I don't know what is. But I don't know, I don't want to make any definitive claims because I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Smash like and subscribe if you want to see part 2 to me having a gender identity crisis. Maybe we can make this an entire series. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? You better believe it would. I mean, hey, if it gets views, it gets views, right? Also, thank you guys for being supportive. I appreciate that. I don't even know, what even is my life? I have no idea. I know this video was, kind of depressing or whatever, but, I mean, I hope I made up for it with my editing. Ooh, wow, look at all these, fancy edits, ooh. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Smash like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.